Welcome friends to the Do Less Be More channel. I'm Amy and this is week 1 of the 8 weeks to simplify your life challenge. Now, if you haven't already done so, be sure that you watch the intro video, 8 weeks to simplify every area of your life. In this video, I explain the why behind these 8 weeks, and there's an exercise that is critical for you to do in order to experience the maximum benefits from participating in the Simplicity Challenge. For accountability, once you've completed the exercise in the intro video, make sure you comment on that video with your word for the year and explain how and why simplifying your life will help you to embody that word. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is that you gain clarity about your personal intention before starting these 8 weeks. Without clear intent, it will be difficult to show up and truly do the work we are about to do, which will directly impact how much benefit you'll receive and experience and how simple your life can truly be. So, if you haven't already done so, pause this video, go watch the intro video, do the exercise, and then come back after you've commented to start week 1. So this video is going to be longer than the rest of the videos in this 8-week challenge because I want to provide you with an overview of how this challenge will flow and offer you the best practices to follow throughout this challenge so that you can receive the most benefit on your journey towards simplifying. Each week is dedicated to a specific area that you can simplify. This challenge is holistic and progressive, so I recommend following the videos week by week in order without rushing the process or skipping ahead. Even if you think that a particular area of your life is completely simplified, I encourage you to commit to the week's focus anyways. You will always benefit from an intentional refresh, and you may be surprised at the insights you receive and how much more you can simplify as you execute that week's activities. As well, I recommend watching the week's video a couple times throughout the week. Repetition helps to solidify our understanding, to remind ourselves of the importance of the work we're doing, and to stay connected and engaged with the simplifying process. Consider playing the video every morning for that week as you sip your morning tea or coffee to help direct your attention to the intention of simplicity. It's super easy to fall back into old routines, and our ego resists change. So, repetition of the video will keep you motivated, inspired, and accountable. Speaking of accountability, to be supported through the simplifying process, make sure you are commenting on each week's video. Let me know what activity you're excited to try and why. Give me updates on your progress for the week. Ask me questions and offer advice to others. Your encouraging words and contributions to our community via the comments will assist others' journeys towards simplicity while reinforcing your personal simplification process. The engagement in the comments is an energetic exchange that will amplify everyone's results. Because each area of life is different, the approach to each week will vary slightly. I will recommend activities and practices that will help you to simplify that particular area of focus for the week. Choose one. Keep it simple. Remember that simplicity is the whole point of this challenge. Do not overdo it. One activity will move mountains. All of them all at once will overwhelm. If you're excited to try them all, that's fantastic, but just pick the one you have the strongest vibrational resonance with, that you feel most inclined to do. We're aiming to simplify, and so while there's conscious effort required each week, especially when it comes to habits and routines, be mindful of your capacity and what feels aligned for you. Some weeks, your energetic capacity may be more abundant than others. Honor where you're at. You can always come back after completing the 8 weeks and go through the process again, choosing a different activity the second time round. This is a much simpler approach than doing it all at once if you desire deeper, sustainable impact through the practice of simplifying your life. So each week, you will also be offered journal prompts. These will be questions or statements of reflection to help you unravel the stories, limiting beliefs, and fears that you have associated with the clutter in that specific area of your life. As you answer these questions, you will discover the root cause of the chaos and complexity that you've unconsciously accumulated in that particular area of life. Doing the journal work is optional, but highly impactful because when you attune to why and how you have created a heavy and complicated life, you'll be able to dismantle the resistance with ease and compassion so that you can more readily embody simplicity. Simplicity is all about letting go, clearing up, and making space. Now that you've completed the exercise in the intro video and you have clarity on your intention for simplifying every area of your life, and you know what to expect and how to best approach this challenge, you're ready to begin week 1. The first thing that we need to do to simplify is create mental space. In week 1, we are simplifying our mental body. We're focusing on decluttering the mind to attain mental clarity. Mental clutter is information overload. It's the nagging thoughts about the things we're procrastinating on. It's the fears and doubts and expectations we hold on to. It's the negative train of thought that leads to stress and decision and an inability to manage our responsibilities and eventually burnout. Mental clutter is immobilizing. It makes us inefficient and it prevents us from living in alignment. If we can reduce the mental clutter, we will have the capacity to simplify all other areas of our lives. So the 3 activities you get to choose from this week are Close the Loop, the 2-minute rule, and the brain dump. So let's start with Close the Loop. The mass transition to working from home over the past couple of years created a blended environment of home and work life that has caused mental chaos due to unclear boundaries. Even for those of us still working in the office, work takes up mental space when we are at home, and home responsibilities distract us at work. The solution to this is to close the loop. This is a simple 5-minute end of workday ritual to record digitally or on paper 3 things: your wins, your rocks, and your gratitude. First, you'll record your wins during the workday. If you have a to-do list, it's during this ritual that you'll cross those items off. Once you've written out your accomplishments, you'll then record your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. These are your rocks. Lastly, you'll write down 1 thing you're grateful for pertaining to your workday. This simple 5-minute ritual will close the loop on your workday so that you can leave the office feeling satisfied with your progress, with peace of mind knowing what you will be focusing on tomorrow. This is how you create mental space to be fully present in your personal life. The second option to try this week is the 2-minute rule. This is for you if you struggle with procrastination. The 2-minute rule goes like this: if the task only takes a couple minutes, then do it now and do it well. Every time you delay taking care of something small in the moment, you add to the mental chaos, making your life unnecessarily complicated. As long as we hold on to things undecided, as long as we delay the small annoying tasks, we burden ourselves because that undone task prevents us from focusing on more important things. We're unable to be present. We use up precious energy thinking about things when we don't take care of them the first opportunity we have. So, simplify things for yourself by applying the 2-minute rule to every task that comes your way. Can I do this in 2 minutes? If so, I am doing it now and doing it well. The third option for you to adopt this week is the brain dump. This practice helps you tame that monkey mind by taking the abstract ideas out of your head and onto paper so that you can actually do something about them. Watch a brain dump how-to guide and a structured brain dump for further guidance if you're new to this practice. I'll leave those videos in the description below. Now, remember, pick one of these activities: Close the Loop, 2-minute rule, or the brain dump to commit to this week, and comment below with your choice. As for the journal reflections for this week, here's the first one. What are you ready to let go of? Answering this question will help you simplify by acknowledging and getting ready to release anything that doesn't belong in the simple life you are creating. It's time to leave the past in the past, my friends. Don't hold on to embarrassing memories, bad relationships, poor decisions, trauma, or struggle. You are not these things unless you allow them to control you. Keep what you learned from these events and then let the rest go. Question number 2. What unmet expectations are causing you the most frustration? So, what expectations do you have that are not serving you and the simple life you desire? And number 3, what are you afraid of? Reflecting on this question is going to help you to identify and disassemble fears or anxieties that are contributing to the mental clutter. We are building awareness here so that we can diffuse to simplify. Feel free to share your journal responses in the comments below. When we are witnessed in our expression through sharing our reflections, we gain more clarity around our truths and empower ourselves to make true change. So I know it can be vulnerable to share, but I highly encourage you to do so. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to hit that like button and share this video with the people you care about, because the collective benefits when more individuals commit to the process of simplification. Remember to keep it simple, choose one activity to focus on this week, journal if you feel called to, and be compassionate with yourself as you work towards mentally letting go, clearing up, and making space to live a more simple life. I will see you next week for week 2 of the Simplify Your Life Challenge.